thanks for joining me in this video today. There's going to be a lot to talk about, so get your notepad out, get your pen ready, because we are talking about the Challenger 1320. How many feet are in a quarter mile? 1,320. I don't know why they put it on the side of this drag-ready vehicle with line locks, trans brake, torque reserve, dual air intake through the front, 6.4 liter V8. I don't know, 1,320 feet in a quarter mile. This car doesn't make sense. Oh wait, yeah, it does. So this one, 485 horsepower, dual hood pens. Underneath it, you got the 6.4 liter V8 Dodge Challenger Hemi. Holy, what a cool car. I'm gonna pop the hood because these pins are sweet, but what is not so sweet is your hood flying up as you're flying down the quarter mile. So first and foremost, let's pop on that set of lights out front showing you the air intake lights up. You got the Super Bee emblem on the inside, otherwise known as the Angry Bee, part of the Hive. This is the Challenger that you're gonna love today. And there it is, your big 6.4 liter powered by SRT engine. It is a beast. Again, 485 horsepower, a lot to harness behind a steering wheel. Now, I mentioned line lock, so the ability for the vehicle actually to lock out its front brakes, allowing you to do the burnout, get the tires heated up, or launch off the line. They work in conjunction with the launch control. So does the torque reserve and the transmission brake. Check those ones out. I won't go into too much detail because they are pretty complicated, but basically the trans brake allows more power per gear, so it puts power into multiple gears so that when you launch, it is preemptively going to take off quicker. The torque reserve works with fuel management and the way it's going to allow the injectors and the cylinders to appropriately distribute power. There is a lot to it. I'm not going to be the one that is an engineer for sure, but I can kind of understand how the launch control is improved with those things. Now, lastly, in that context, we have these drag strip road legal tires. So they have tread on them. Again, I've been told that if you hit the wet box, you're gonna actually do a disservice to your quarter mile time because these treads will get water droplets in them and then make your tires a lot slippier. So when you hit the drag strip, go ahead and warm up your tires, but don't do it in the wet box because it won't help your drag strip time. With a true full-on slick, yes, that's the case because that water can evaporate off of the vehicle quickly, the tires quickly, but with these treads, you're going to want to avoid the wet box. So we also have the red Brembo brakes for stopping because you're going to be going pretty fast. You're going to want to stop pretty fast too. So Brembo brakes on all four corners. And yeah, that's pretty much mostly what I want to talk about. The outside, the engine, all that there is to have there. You're going to get an incredible car that is race ready with all of the things that are typically found in the Scat Pack. 1320 on the key, along with the Angry Bee. Just so happens to rhyme, but power trunk there and remote start as well. So those are the things that I'm mostly excited about on this Challenger for you. Let's check out the inside. Hey guys, Shannon sitting on the inside of the Dodge Challenger RT Scat Pack. 1320, 392. 392 being the displacement of the big 6.4 liter V8 engine. This is an incredible vehicle for a lot of reasons. So push to start. You'll notice that on the steering wheel here we have the suede. It does have power steering. I just need to turn it on to use it. But I'm trying to turn it so that, heck, I'll start it up again. So that you can see, and then the steering column is power. So you can use the power telescopic or raking ability. But what I wanted to show you again is that beautiful Super Bee emblem that comes up as soon as you turn it on. So a pretty cool custom graphic that you'll only get on the 1320. So that's pretty special. Down on our touchscreen, you're going to have things like your Super Track Pack or performance pages. So as soon as that loads up, we're going to be able to show you that. Super comfortable in here. So is the back. You actually have room for passengers. It has a heated steering wheel, heated seats, and ventilated seats, so you get the comfortability features as well. But as you can see here, we have our UAPs. You can go right into the performance control, which is your Super Track Pack, and gives you the ability to have the drag control or drag mode set up. So here it is, your engine, transmission, and drag mode, traction, drag mode, suspension, drag mode, steering, all ready to go. One thing I haven't mentioned on this vehicle is it does have the adaptive suspension, so it can adjust according to your driving needs to be more lower to the ground and those types of things. Cornering, all of that. So it's the highest end suspension that you can get on the Challenger as well. So we just talked about the performance control. Let's talk about the performance pages. So my bar none favorite thing about the performance pages is the fact that you can actually have an onboard dyno, which is actually going to track your peak torque performance, horsepower, as you go along. That's just here. So you'll notice, I'll give you one little example at the end of the video. Stay tuned. You got the engine, so torque, power, horsepower, oil pressure, what gear you're in. G-forces as you go, you can see your peak G-forces on accelerations, right turn, left turn, and braking. And then here's all your gauges. Of course, it's got the timers too, which is pretty cool for keeping track of your recent, your best time up to 1320. And then you can actually take a screenshot of that one to record it as well. Home here we have power G-force. You can select which widget you want, so you can put a timer or some new gauges on there. But here's the last thing I'll leave you with. St.Albert Dodge has some really cool cars. We have a Challenger Emporium, to say the least, and this is one of them. Incredible bang for your buck, the power and the capability that this vehicle has. So keep an eye on these RPM and horsepower gauges here for me, because as soon as I turn it on, you're going to notice the screen needs to reset, but we'll go back into the performance pages. Sorry about that, guys. And as soon as we get into the dyno, you'll notice that I can start to play with those things on the Dyno Graph. So hit the gas, up goes your torque a little bit, and up goes your RPM as well. So an incredibly cool vehicle that gives you a lot to love about Challenger, and I hope you enjoyed the video today. Thanks, guys.